Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us. K&A Custom Crafts on Facebook.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. I am Ace from the West Coast, and you are joined tonight by none other than Wealth. We're also here with Big B. Big B, how you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing okay. Kind of rainy around here tonight and a couple tornado warnings. So, hey, we're doing okay.
All right. And then, of course, we're also joined here by J Mac, the bearded one. So how are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing good. If I could share on Facebook, I'd be a lot better, but...
You know what? I'm running into that same problem. I cannot share right now, so...
Really?
Yep, it's not allowing me to share. I'm cut off right now, so I apologize for not being able to share the video, but it is there, and I'm definitely trying. Then, of course, we're here with our mascot tonight. We call him Horsey. He is here. He's going to say hello to everybody, but that is Horsey. All right. So with that, of course, Sports Minute, we know every week, on Wednesday especially, that we jump into a top 5 quarterbacks list of all time for a certain team. And so with this week, we get the privilege and the pleasure of, you know what? It's not too bad because it's actually the Kansas City Chiefs, right? So it's not, is that the team we did?
You told me Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah.
Cincinnati Bengals. I'm sorry. You're correct. Cincinnati Bengals. My apologies. I jumped ahead. I was jumping ahead to next week.
Because Brandon and I are looking at you like, we're not going to be prepared for this one.
No, I am sorry. I am sorry. It's actually the Cincinnati Bengals. You are accurate. My fault. My mistake. Okay. So this week, though, you know who gets to go first? That's right. Brandon gets the privilege and the pleasure.
Oh, boy. I'm so
Brandon,
happy to do
take away your
this.
top 5 quarterbacks all time for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I know there's a few good ones.
Yeah, you know, it's going to be the quarterback from the 2025 draft. And no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it was, I mean, some names pop out at you when you think the Bengals. So I got Jeff Blake as number 5. His record was 25-41, just over 15,000 yards. He has 93 touchdowns and 62 picks and 1 Pro Bowl. So, you know, not too bad. Did get into the playoffs. Carson Palmer, we got 46 and 51, 22,000 yards, just shy of 23, 154 touchdowns, 100 picks, 2 Pro Bowls, and the infamous 0 for 2 in the playoffs. I know they had some bad teams around his time. Boomer Esiason, I actually kind of thought he was higher overall, but you know, 62 and 61, 27,000 yards roughly, 187 touchdowns to 131 in picks, 3 Pro Bowls, a 3-2 record in the playoffs, and I believe one of them was a Super Bowl run, but I could be wrong on that one. Andy Dalton, number 2, 70 and 61, 31,594 yards. Leads the franchise with 204 touchdowns to 118 picks, 3 Pro Bowls, and again, another guy that got to the playoffs but couldn't get it done. He was 0-4. And then my number 1 is Ken Anderson, 91 and 81, 32,000 yards, 197 touchdowns, 160 picks, 4 Pro Bowls, and 2-4 in the playoffs. So Ken Anderson, he led the franchise with wins and yards passed, second in touchdowns. So that's my top 5.
You know what, Brandon? I must say that I'm a little disappointed. And the reason why I'm saying I'm a little disappointed is because you basically almost had the same exact list as me, except I didn't have Ken Anderson at number 1. Actually, for some reason, I don't know why, but I put Boomer Esiason at number 1 instead of Ken Anderson because I just felt like when you think of the Cincinnati Bengals, the person you think of is Boomer Esiason. That's the key name that you think of. Or people can come out and talk about Carson Palmer because he was kind of there too. So it actually surprised me that you actually had Carson Palmer at number 4. I do believe you had him at number 4, and it actually surprised me that you had him there.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean the 3 names that you said was Dalton, Esiason, and Palmer.
Yeah,
The 3 that jumped out at me right away. And when I started doing research, I was actually shocked that a lot of the stats weren't better. So that kind of what I went by in my ranking was after I thought about them, and it's like, oh, really? He didn't put up these numbers like I thought he did. So, well, yeah, that's my list. I mean,
that's fine. I just know my 3, 2, and 1 was Carson Palmer, Andy Dalton, and then Boomer Esiason was my 3, 2, 1. Yeah. And it's basically for those reasons, like I was saying, because when you think about it, those are like the first names that really pop up in your head.
Oh, exactly.
So I'm going to give a shout out to Isaiah, who actually joined. Y'all 3 might have to fill in on Health Sports Talk for the foreseeable future if the Lake Show loses this game. And you know what, Isaiah? I'll tell you this. Right now, it is looking, well, hey, it's still a close game. But if Curry gets hot, I'm telling you it's over. Because right now it's 57-56, and Curry has not gotten hot yet. But if he does, it is over. But
I think Isaiah needs a little bit worry about a little bit other than the Lakers right now, I believe.
Well, he does because he has to douse himself with honey on a live video show because he chose the Hornets to beat the Pacers, and they got steamrolled. So with that, yeah. So with that. I don't want to pass over J-Mac on this because I know he is ready to talk about his top 5 list. I want to see if your top 5 list is about the same as mine because when I started talking about the names, I could see you shaking your head. So tell me, J-Mac, who you got?
5, Jeff Blake. 4, Carson Palmer. 3, Ken Anderson. 2, Andy Dalton. 1, Boomer Esiason. I mean, there's nothing you guys haven't said. There's no stats you haven't thrown out there. There's not really any. What I did find interesting, though, and I'm sure you guys in your research found this, is that Ken Anderson actually leads all time in wins. Yep. I'm sure you threw that out there. And Andy Dalton actually leads all time in touchdown passes.
So I actually thought Dalton was the all-time leader in the wins. So that kind of shocked me.
It's actually Ken Anderson. And just real quick, by the way, everyone was like, oh, Andy Dalton did throw a lot of picks. He did. He threw 118. However, Boomer Esiason threw 131 and Ken Anderson threw 160. So it's not like he threw a lot more than they did. And actually, Carson Palmer threw 100 with only 154 touchdowns. So Andy Dalton's touchdown interception ratio is actually better than Carson Palmer's.
Yeah, I just think it's funny that when you're talking about a top 5 quarterbacks list of all time, that you have Andy Dalton on like at number 2. And I'm not saying that he was like completely and utterly horrible because he led him to the playoffs multiple years. But then you jump into that playoff record like Brandon was talking about with Carson Palmer going, okay, Carson Palmer was 0-2 in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's lovely. I mean, Andy Dalton didn't win a playoff game either. No. So
who leads their franchise all time in playoff wins?
I would have to say Boomer with 3.
Boomer with 3.
Yeah,
3. He's got 3, and that's the leader all time.
And they've been a Super Bowl run, right?
Right. Okay. And they've been a franchise since 1968, and their top quarterback has 3 playoff wins.
Yeah. So when you talk about playoff wins, I discredit that whole stat. I throw that completely out the window and say it didn't matter to me if they have 0-2 in the playoffs, 0-3. It doesn't matter because the Cincinnati Bengals quarterbacks playoff records ever was just complete and utter garbage. That was the thing that's why when I did that, I looked at more and I'm like, well, statistical wise, Andy Dalton was up there a little bit. And yes, Tim or Brandon, you're probably laughing about the comment that Tim Fielder made that it says J-Mac can't shake his head, only the beard shakes. So You got it thrown out there, of course. Only the beard shakes. Only the beard shakes.
I'm starting to wonder if Sarge has some sort of love affair with my beard. He always seems to mention it on the show. He does it on the Four Bros show too. I'm not.
Or is it the fact because you see, I'm growing mine out a little bit, not as much as yours. I'm not going to let it grow out that far. Or is it the fact that maybe he doesn't like it because he can't grow a beard?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's true. I know that's why Randy Cox doesn't like it, but that's another story.
Well, there you go. There you go. Maybe he can't grow a beard, so maybe that's why he's angry about it. No beard, Tim Fielder. No, he's
I'll take it. Alien life form. Honestly, the way this world is right now, I don't know that I don't want to be considered from Earth anyway. So that's not terrible. That's not terrible. I'll take it.
Tim Fielder is asking me if I can grow a beard. Well,
of course.
I can.
We come from the same bloodline. We can grow a beard.
Yeah, I can grow a beard. I don't let mine grow out much farther. Like I don't. I could let it keep growing if I wanted to. I just don't.
Interesting story. So if anyone's ever curious about why my beard is the way it is, it's actually kind of a
he's in competition with Brian Fitzpatrick.
Yeah. It's actually kind of like a FU to my boss, my district manager, who my first day of my interview said, "You're going to shave that off, right?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't see how having a beard has to do with whether I can do my job or not."
And you still got hired.
And I still got hired.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And I'm still working there because it's a point I tried to make. So that's actually kind of interesting. Yeah.
No, it's fine. So when it comes down to it, we had talked about certain top 5 quarterbacks. Now we can jump into our next topic, which I've been waiting for this topic for a while. Okay, and this is like the weirdest and dumbest ways that sports players have actually hurt themselves. And the only reason I brought this up is because I don't know if you guys remember last year, the Phillies pitcher Zach Wheeler, when he could not pitch in a game because he injured himself putting on a pair of pants. He was trying to zip his pants and he injured himself. So he could not pitch in a game because of that reason. And that was like one of the complete and utter ridiculous things that I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. He can't do that because he injured himself putting on a pair of pants. So J-Mac, I'll start with you. What do you have?
Well, I didn't really compile a top 5 list. I just found some that I thought were very, very interesting as far as people that have hurt themselves in weird ways. And the first one that came to mind that I know Brandon's going to remember, I know you remember this one too, but is Bill Gramatica for the Cardinals. And he kicks a field goal and then celebrates kicking the field goal
like he normally does.
Like he normally does. And then he jumps on his leg wrong and tears his ACL. And I looked it up to whether he actually came back, and he never played football again after that. Crazy. Think about that.
Oh, he didn't come back. Okay.
He did not come back. Or he didn't kick another field goal. Now, he may have come back as a kickoff specialist, but he never kicked another field goal. So that's kind of crazy to think about. Then you have Mr. Gus Frerotte.
Oh, the headbutt to the wall.
You're going to remember this one.
To the wall.
I was just looking at that one to read that one, too.
Yeah. Scores the touchdown, goes, headbutts the wall, knocks himself out, and is done for the year. That was pretty interesting on Mr. Frerodte's part. He was already
happened at. Who was he playing?
No, I don't remember the exact place or time or whatever it happened. But I know, after he scored, he goes up and headbutts the wall, and immediately after he did it, it was like immediate regret. It's like, nope, I didn't want to do it. I didn't mean to do it. Just immediate regret.
Yeah. Well, so there's a couple other ones that are kind of crazy. And as soon as the thing I had pulled up on my Word document decides to load.
Well,
sorry
so while you're
about
waiting
that.
for that, I can tell you one. If you remember, and the reason I bring this up is because, I'm not a fan of them and you're not too. So if you remember a couple years back when Bryce Harper got upset and he took the ball and he threw it against the wall and came back and hit himself in the head.
Yes, I do remember that. That was one.
Yeah.
I remember that happened in Major League 3, the movie.
But it also happened to Bryce Harper too. He took the ball and came back and hit him in the head.
That couldn't have happened to any better of a guy.
Yeah,
no doubt.
It was hilarious. I'm like, now you talk about a guy who rightfully deserved it. That was definitely him. It was funny crap.
So here's one for you. This is the one I was trying to pull up. So Brian Flynn, he was supposed to play for the Royals.
Okay.
This is back July 19th, February 2017. He ends up on the DL before the season even starts because he was working on the roof of his barn.
Oh, I think I remember that one.
And it suddenly gave away. He plunged to the ground. He sustained a broken rib, fractures in his vertebrae, and a spot on the DL. And then he was never the same. Obviously, he broke part of his back. So, it was crazy. And then I guess my fourth one would be Enos Cantor. In July 2017, he hit a chair. And unfortunately for him, the chair hit back. He punched it at an awkward angle. It caught his forearm on the metal part. As a result, he fractured his arm and missed the rest of the season.
Right.
After he missed a free throw. That was all over missing a free throw. It's pretty bad. And, well, even though I actually respect some of the stuff he said lately, I think the weirdest one I found was Trevor Bauer.
Oh, I was just going to bring that one
In
up.
October 2016, he was repairing a drone during the ALCS, and he accidentally sliced his finger. He ended up slicing his finger open during the first inning and sent blood pouring everywhere. And as we know, he didn't pitch the same after that for the rest of that series. So fixing a drone was a pretty weird one that I found.
I like it. Now, I don't know if you remember. I think it was a Phillies pitcher also. There's a lot of Phillies pitchers that had weird injuries, but there was one, Alfaro, and it was kind of. Do you guys remember when he took the line drive off the crotch? And
maybe.
This was last year. He took a line drive off the crotch. He was able to get the out. Okay, it came up, hit him in the crotch. As he's falling down, he picks up the ball, hucks it to first base, gets the out. He ends up going on the IL due to testicular contusion.
Think about that. Testicular contusion.
Contusion, yes. So what would be
more embarrassing, going on the injured list for a testicular contusion, or for the fact that you had mono like Sam Darnold a couple of years ago?
Well, we know what mono is, and we know how what causes it. So at that point, you're like, "Oh, crappy! I have mono," and you know exactly. But Big B, I feel like we're kind of jumping and skipping you a little bit.
No, go ahead.
You go ahead and you can throw some out there.
Okay. So I'm looking here, and Adam Easton, he cut himself while opening up a DVD shrink wrap. Cut him in the belly, I think it was. Yeah, in the stomach. And then another one, our good friend, Mr. Sammy Sosa, sneezed so hard and injured himself while sneezing, sprained ligament in his back.
Uh-huh.
And then Kevin Mitchell was rushed to the hospital for dental work because he took a bite of a microwave chocolate donut. So I must have overcooked it a little bit. And the one that I was just about to say was Olympic swimmer Ryan Lochte.
Lochte. Yep.
Lochte, okay. Once tore his MCL while catching a teenage fan that was jumping at him into his arms, and so he tore his MCL while fan. So I'm glad the fan got to meet him, but it had to have been. And then my last one, Brian Maine catcher, went on the DL with back spasms because he looked both ways. Yeah, while
That's
crossing
funny.
the street. Yes. So
Yeah, I just saying. Think about this. Like we're all there now. We're all over 30, and so they say after 30, like you talk about in your 20s, you can party all night. You go 2 hours of sleep. You get up for work the next day. Man, I'm telling you that I almost threw my shoulder out the other night scooping ice cream out of the bucket. Like,
oh no.
Well, yeah, exactly. You start to feel it. So think about Stephen Tulloch, right? So Stephen Tulloch. So think about this: the linebacker for the Detroit Lions. You remember after he got the sack, he jumped up and celebrated and tore his ACL.
Yep, I remember.
And then you also have Morales, the catcher in baseball, when he hit a grand slam, and he's coming around to celebrate the walk-off win. He jumps on home plate and tears his ACL.
Yep. But you know what? I don't care about.
I
understand. And I don't care about any of those. No one is as dumb as Esquire Noah. I'm so pissed at that guy.
Yeah, he punches the bench.
You're our best pitcher all year. You have your worst outing. You walk out of the game, you punch the bench, you break your pitching hand, and now you're done for 2 or 3 months.
Well, here's what. Oh, go ahead, Ace.
Which this is the reason why I brought this topic up, was because of that. I saw this and I started having a conversation with Isaiah from the MI6 network. They are our buddies. Go check them out when you can. You can catch them on Monday through Sunday also. They have some great shows. But yes, I was having a conversation with him, and we were talking about just stupid ways that people were injuring.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm like, this is a great topic. We got to talk about this.
Yep. There's another one. Oh, I just lost it now.
I don't know the name. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Milton Bradley got injured during an ejection when his manager at the time was holding him back, and Bud Black spun him around and tore his ACL. So good job on your manager holding you back and getting you on the injured list.
Right. Now I don't remember who this was, and I heard this story about 5 or 6 years ago, I want to say. But and it was actually Shomiqua Holtzclaw who was talking about it. That she had a college teammate in Tennessee that they were going to the store to go shopping, and they were, doing their shopping, and her teammate dropped a package of pudding on the floor and went to pick it up and threw her back out, picking up a package of pudding on the floor. Think about that, how crazy that one is. And again, I don't remember who it was or anything, because it was someone who wasn't a big star, but it's just interesting that they threw their back out from picking up a package of pudding off the floor.
And then you got the Cleveland Browns lineman, Orlando Brown, that got on the DL because the ref threw the flag at him, if I remember right.
Yep.
I believe it got him in the eye.
Yeah.
Which if you remember, if you remember though, that's when they started changing the flags and saying that they had to go away from those, and they had to go basically to putting like rice and stuff in them to make them softer so it can't hit him in the eye anymore.
Yeah.
Well, how about Plexico shooting himself in the foot at a nightclub? I believe it was.
Idiot.
Yeah, right.
Hey, check this out, guys. Oh no, that hurt.
I think I just shot myself. But so this one wasn't an injury, but this thing just kept like just playing in my head over and over and over again. And it makes me think of the time that Mike Cameron in the outfield when he thought there was 3 outs, right? So, and like I said, it wasn't an injury, but I just thought it was funny because it happened during a live time during the game. That there was 1 out and he catches the fly ball in right field and thinking that it was out 3, and he's just standing there. He's just standing there. And then he picks up the ball and just hucks it in the stands, thinking that it was out 3. And so funny things on there that happen besides injuries. Those little funny things happen. And yes, I know where they're going with the fireworks with JPP.
Yep.
When he blew his fingers off.
Yeah. And then I just came across one too that maybe Lionel Simmons, rookie back about 32 years ago now. He injured himself while playing Game Boy because he was trying to set a record on a game he was playing. He got tendonitis in his wrist, so he couldn't grip a basketball anymore. So
that'd be an interesting way to get hurt. And then so Nate says Chris Hansen accidentally hit himself with an axe.
Yeah.
So as you see, there's many different ways that people can injure themselves and get hurt out there. So the point of it is be smart. Okay, if you're a big time player on a team, like a Noah was, and then you come out and you punch a bench. I mean, come on. Obviously, that was stupid.
Or don't scoop in the ice cream.
Gus Frerotte headbutting a wall. That's stupid. Okay, those are little things that you should not do. Just you got to be smarter. You got to be smarter than that. So don't end your season on stupid stuff like that. And
I mean, we've all had a crazy injury ourselves. I mean, I know I fell up a flight of stairs a few times, missed a step or something, and hurt myself or stubbed my toe over something not watching out for. So
yeah, but nothing dumb like that though.
Well, no, I mean, like you said, your Braves pitcher, had a bad inning or outing, goes and punches the bench. I mean, yeah,
and he's having a great year. He was having a great year, and he has one bad outing.
Yeah,
and then
I've had bad outings hitting and pitching too, and I've wanted to punch things too, and
it happens.
I decided to punch my glove, which was soft enough. So,
which, speaking of that, now we're going to transition into our next topic. But before we jump into the one that you think we're jumping into, I'm throwing a little bit of a curveball here. That's right.
Hit it out of the park.
I said curveball, and there you go, Brandon. You're going to hit it out of the park because of the 3-0 count. So that's exactly what we're talking about here. What did you guys think? Like, to me, that is ridiculous.
I want to go last.
Okay? Somebody's going to complain about somebody hitting a home run on a 3-0 count. Trevor Bauer said it perfectly and said, you know what? I will never complain if there's a 3-0 count and I pitch it and you hit the ball out.
A little breaking news. Lakers are making it the game 79-77.
I know. I'm currently watching the game.
I know.
But anyways, with that though, when you think about it, that's complete and utter ridiculous. Why? I understand it's one of the unwritten rules. It's like when you're playing in slow pitch softball and stuff like that, and they say when you have a big lead, you shouldn't walk. It's kind of like it's kind of the unwritten rule. But when you think about it in MLB, it's stupid. You're professional. You're a professional team. You never know when that team can come back at any point. Make a better pitch. Make a better pitch. Don't throw it down the middle. J-Mac, it looks like you want to say something.
Well, I heard this said today by Jeff Francoeur, the former player for the Braves, and I hadn't thought about it until he said it. They asked him the situation, and he said, well, you got to think this guy is on a rookie deal. He's making, $600,000 for the year? And I'm not saying that that's not a lot of money. However, when he goes next year to go to arbitration to make more money, the arbitration goes strictly on how well you played and how well you performed for the season. So the difference between 20 home runs and 21 home runs can mean a lot of money when it comes to a baseball player. So if you're out there looking out for yourself, I'm sorry, sometimes you have to look out for yourself. So maybe thinking that in his mind of like it's a 3-0 pitch and I'm going to throw it down the middle, I'm going to hit home run. I totally disagree with Tony La Russa, by the way. Who cares?
Yeah.
Like, it's a 3-0 pitch. Don't throw it down the middle.
That's the point. You got to make a better pitch. It's get the guy out. If you don't,
And it's
want him
15.
to hit it,
It's 15-4. It's 15-4. Okay. No one else is on base because he hit a solo home run. So what? You walk him on 4 pitches. Pitch to the next guy. Don't throw it down the middle of the plate.
Right? Exactly. So, Big B, you said you wanted to go last, so you can go ahead and go last.
All right. As a Twins fan, we all know that. Hey, he hit a 3-0 pitch. He crushed it. You know what? Play better. Pitch better. I mean, we're going to have these games. We're going to have 15-4, and you know, back in the 80s and 90s, would they have done this? No, they would have taken the pitch, whatever. But this is a whole new, different ball game. And even Rocco Baldelli said, "Hey, he hit it. I mean, there's nothing we could do. I'm not mad at him." And it's funny now that the reports are that the White Sox teammates are standing behind their guy in Mercedes and saying, "Hey, what are we supposed to do? Stop hitting? Go ahead, hit your home run. You know, get what you got to get." The only one that seems to be really upset about this is La Russa. And what is he? He's an old school baseball coach. So, yeah.
What is he, like 80?
Exactly. And he said that the rookie made a mistake and he didn't look at the take sign that they gave him. You know what? I'm Mercedes. I think J-Mac said it. I'm making $60,000, $80,000 a year. I want to better my contract. And how am I going to better my contract? By hitting home runs, scoring runs, and help winning ball games. You know, I have no problem with it. You know, go get yours. You know, that's what baseball's about, mainly, is getting yours. You know, get what you got to get.
And remember, the same thing happened last year with Tatis Jr. when he jacked the grand slam on a 3-0 count when they were up by 11 runs, and everybody was just going after Tatis Jr. being like, "You got to take that pitch. It's the unwritten rule." No, the pitcher has to make a better pitch.
Well, I mean, everybody said that, yeah, we had a position player in there. Yeah, we didn't want to waste our bullpen, but, you know, still, I don't care if it was a bullpen guy or what. You're going to lay up a meatball right down the middle? I mean, anybody's going to crush that. I mean, I think my 7-year-old son probably would have got a double off of it, but, I mean, you're swinging at it. You're a rookie. You're trying to make a name for yourself. You know, I'm sorry it happened to my Twins, but you know what? Make a better pitch. Get them out. Move on. Because in the bottom of the ninth, we could have came back, scored 11, 12 runs, you know, but we just weren't hitting. So, I mean, comebacks happen. You know, so the Twins, you know, need to stop whining about it. Baldelli needs to stop whining about it. Everybody needs to stop whining about it. Let the guy just hit away.
Right, and so it's like Tim Fielder says, if you put in a position player, you've stopped worrying about this game and are playing for the next one, which is smart. But you can't decide to start caring again after you've waved the white flag, which is technically true. If you have a position player that's pitching, who cares?
Yep, exactly.
Who cares?
The game's over with. I mean, you know,
you already gave up. You gave the game up already.
I remember them saying today, they're like, and again, forgive me, Brandon, I don't remember the position player's name that was pitching.
It was their best reliever that we had right now.
Anyways,
it's a backup catcher. I can't pronounce his name.
So the funny thing is he throws it. Mercedes hits it, and they're like, "Look at him. He's pissed that he hit that ball." And what I saw the look on his face was, "Gosh dang it, I got to throw another pitch." Like he didn't even care. He just cared that the game wasn't over yet.
Yeah, I mean, he came in and got 2 straight outs, and then Mercedes steps up and 3-0 pitch, and he jacks one. So, I mean, me and Tim actually on Tuesday talked to Dirk, who's a coach and coaches the Suns teams and stuff, and we asked him what he would do. He said, "I'd let my kids hit. You know, go get yours, have fun." So,
you have to.
I mean, I know we're not talking pros here, you know, when we're talking to Dirk, but you know, he said go get his. I mean, it's a whole different game than it was in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. So
no, but you still have to let him hit. You still have to.
Well, but again, if this happened in the 80s and 90s, we'd all be throwing a fit because that's not how old school baseball is. Again, old school baseball is out the door now. It's this new thing on analytics and all this stuff. So
Mhm.
you know,
The analytics can go out the window. That's
Yeah.
dumb.
so
Because analytics is taking over the game.
yep, yep. So and you got these kids that want to get it for themselves. So I have no problem with it. You know, and I'm a Twins fan, so I'll probably get blasted because I wasn't supporting my team.
All right. So, jumping into our next thing here, I wanted to surprise you with something else here. Because we are several weeks into the MLB season. We tried to play a GM game before. Well, we're not going on to that GM game. We're doing something a little different here. And basically, we're going to go division by division. The number you pick, I'm going to tell you the team you get stuck with. And that's the team that you basically have to root for the rest of the season in that division to try. And then at the end, we'll see who has the most points.
Well, J Mac's not liking this game already.
And this one, though, we're not trading and everything else like that. So
That would have been fun.
We're just sticking with the same thing that they have, and we just have to hope that our team succeed towards the end. So the first one that we're going to start with is the AL East. So on the AL East side, Big B, I'm going to give you the chance, and you're going to give me a number between 1 and 5.
AL East. I'll go 3.
You're gonna go 3. So
Yeah.
your team in the AL East is.
I don't like that laugh. Oh, okay.
So, yeah. So you have the Baltimore Orioles in the AL East.
All right.
J Mac.
Couldn't even name one guy on the Orioles.
Matt Harvey, by the way, one guy in the Orioles.
But what number?
4.
You get the Boston Red Sox.
God damn it, I knew it. Only one team that would have been worse.
All right, and then I have my phone faced this way so the wife doesn't know what's going on here. She's gonna pick my number. She's gonna randomly pick a number here. So, Brandon picked 3, J Mac picked 4. So now you have to pick 3, 2, or 1.
3, 2, and 1.
Pick a number, 3, 2, or 1.
Got 2.
So she picks 2. So the team that I get stuck with the New York Yankees.
I'm glad it wasn't me.
Right? I hate the Yankees. Gosh dang it. All right.
Trade them all.
So I have the Yankees. Okay, now we jump to the AL Central. And Brandon, the AL Central.
Oh, God.
Numbers 1 through 5.
I'll go 1.
So you go 1. So Brandon, Big B, you get the Kansas City Royals.
Okay, not as bad as I thought you were going to set me up for.
All right. J-Mac.
3.
J-Mac gets the Minnesota Twins.
Yep. Jeez.
All right, so Big B picked 1. J-Mac picked 3. So now your options for me are 2, 2, 4, or 5.
4.
So we're going 2, 2, 4. I get the Chicago White Sox.
Figures.
All right. So
Just pick
now
2
we're
teams and 2 teams in first place.
Oh.
the Yankees are not in first place. They're in 4th.
Yeah, the Yankees are struggling.
I mean,
But now we'll jump to the AL West. All right, Big B, this is your chance to redeem yourself.
I will go with Deuce, number 2.
You're gonna go with number 2, and
Yeah,
your
we'll
team as
curveball.
number 2 is the LA Angels.
Oh, boy. Superstar team there.
All right, J Mac.
5.
You get the Houston Astros.
Jesus, I knew it. God.
Yeah, I think the NL, we have to have A's go first, I think.
Like, I got the. Oh man.
Oh man,
I
right?
got the team
All right,
I hate
so-
almost as much as the Mets. I got the losingest team in baseball, and then I got the cheaters. Like, jeez.
All right, so you have to pick 1, 3, or 4.
3.
Shoot, I get the Texas Rangers. Oh man, I get the Texas Rangers. All right, well, I'm a crap hole on that one right there for sure. Okay,
Oh, 1 out of 3 teams.
hey, that's
Too much.
all right. So now we're gonna jump to the National League, and you wanted me to go first on the National League?
I don't care. I'm only kidding.
No, it doesn't matter to me. But on the National League, we'll allow J-Mac to go first on the National League. So we're going to start out with the NL East.
Ah, great.
NL East, 1 through 5.
4.
J-Mac, you get the New York Mets.
Oh God. That's horrible.
Yeah, you get.
Oh my
All right.
goodness.
All right, Big B.
Who
I'll
wants
go.
to root for the Mets?
I'll go 5.
You get the Philadelphia Phillies.
Oh boy.
All right, so you got the. So now I'll get 1, 2, or 3. So pick a number, 1, 2, or 3.
2.
She chose
Yeah.
2. I get the dang dang Marlins.
I was gonna say you got the Braves.
No, I got the dang Marlins. Nobody got the Braves. I got the freaking Marlins. So congratulations on that crap hole. Okay. So now we go to the NL Central. J-Mac, 1 through 5.
Does it matter? 3.
J-Mac, your team's the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Yeah, I knew it. Oh my goodness.
That's all right. Big B. He
Oh, I'll
saved you
go.
from getting the Pirates. He saved you from getting the Pirates. So,
Oh, I'll go 4.
all right, 4. You get the St. Louis Cardinals.
Oh, okay. A team I kind of know about. All right.
All right, so 1, 2, or 5.
1.
I get the Milwaukee Brewers. So that's like 50-50 right there. I'm not too sure on that. And then, of course, our last one is the NL West. J-Mac, 1 through 5.
4.
You get the San Francisco Giants.
Oh, I'll take that over the Dodgers. Thank God.
Let's see. I'll go 3.
Big B, you get the Colorado Rockies.
I figured that. Was.
Okay.
All right. So you got 5, and then he chose 3. So 1,
We got a 1 out of
1, 2, or 5. 1, 2, or 5.
1.
Gosh dang it, she chose 1. I get the freaking Dodgers. Gosh dang it.
Oh, I'm so upset at that pick.
I didn't want the dang Dodgers. I wanted the Padres.
Who wants to root for the Dodgers?
I don't want to root for the dang Dodgers. I didn't want the Dodgers. I wanted the Padres. Now I get stuck with the Dodgers. So that actually completes our little.
So what
It's
kind
not
of
really a GM game. Huh?
So it's not the GM game. So what? So we're just trying to see who has the best team from here on out, or
Yeah,
are we gonna...
yeah, we're just trying to see who gets the most points by finishing the best on each of their teams at the end of the season.
starting as of today, or are we going to still count the first month and a half?
We're starting the first month and a half.
No,
So
of course we
yeah,
are.
Okay.
So we're counting everything. So
Yeah,
it's just
freaking
where they
twins.
finish at the end of the season. It's where they finish at the end of the season is the amount of points you get. So obviously, if they finish first, you get 5 points. If they finish last, you get one point. So that's
Okay.
how you're going to tally up the points at the end of the season.
Well, J-Mac,
So-
good luck with the Pirates and the Twins. I mean,
how's your team looking? J-Mac,
Uh,
how's your stuff looking there?
Let's see. I got the Giants, so I don't know. I got a chance of getting some points there. The Pirates, that's 1 point. The Mets, probably 3 or 4 points. Then I got the Astros. That's probably 2 points. The Twins, that's 1.
The Twins. Okay.
And the Red Sox, I don't know, maybe 3. So I don't know. It's
so
not
let's
going to be good.
see. So I got 1, 3, 2. So American League, I got currently I'm sitting at 5 points. No, 6 points, which could improve. I mean, Royals are doing pretty decent. Baltimore's probably going to finish last, and Anaheim, they're dealing with some injuries right now, so that might drop. In the NL, Phillies sitting pretty with sitting second. Cardinals first. The Rockies last place. So my NL teams are looking a little bit better than my American League teams, and right now I don't plan that to change. So if I'm going to win this, it's going to be on the NL side, I think.
Yeah. Right now, I've got the Yankees who are sitting in 4th. I got the White Sox who are sitting in 1st. I got the Rangers who are sitting in 5th. I've got the Marlins who are sitting in 4th. The Brewers who are sitting in 3rd. And then the Dodgers who are sitting in, I believe, 3rd. So right now, it can really go either way for almost anybody.
Yep.
So it's going to be interesting to see how
we'll have to
pans
see
out.
how the teams did that we didn't pick either. I mean, Tampa, Toronto's out there. White Sox, Cleveland's out there. What do you got? Seattle and Oakland are still out there. Atlanta.
So Tim is
Washington.
asking who gets the Mariners?
Nobody.
Nobody gets the Mariners. I don't think anybody wants the Mariners, to be perfect.
J-Mac does. I mean, he's got all the teams. I mean, why not? And then what do you got? San Fran and Arizona. They get
J-Mac's,
picked up, so.
J-Mac's going to run the table.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, come on. He's got the Pirates and the Twins. He's going to run the table.
Yeah.
That said, I got to root for the Twins because I have a bet out there, and now I have to root against them to beat J-Mac. I don't know what to do.
Right? All right. Well, with that, we're going into our final thing, which is Ace's mini game, which is the trivia.
We're missing one.
No, we're running low on time, so
okay.
Yeah. So we're just gonna go ahead and jump into the trivia game here.
Okay.
So the trivia game, J-Mac. Well, no. I forgot. Brandon, Big B actually won last time. So because Big B won last time, you get the privilege to choose the NFL team that we're going to be doing trivia on.
Let's go Dolphins.
Dolphins. Okay. So we're going to do Miami Dolphins trivia. And Tim Fielder saying, trivia, where's Dragon Viper? All right. Big B, you will get the choice to go first or second.
No, J-Mac gets it. I choose the team.
Oh, sorry. Yes, J-Mac, first or second.
I know we're so used to J-Mac winning.
I'm going to defer.
You're going to defer. Big B, your first question, and it's an easy one to start
we
out
like
with.
these ones.
Yeah, because generally you're 50-50 with these.
Yeah.
So, what year was the Miami Dolphins' perfect season?
Oh, come on.
Crap.
I know this.
See, immediately happens. He's like, "Oh crap!" I give him an easy one. He's like, "Oh
the
crap!"
funny thing is I figured that was going to be a question, and when I said Dolphins, 1962. I know that's not right.
Nope,
No.
that's not the correct answer. J-Mac, you get a chance to steal it.
1972.
72.
He got it.
Dang it.
So, I guess for now on with Big B, I'm just gonna stop.
Don't
saying
say
that
it's an easy
question, because then most of the time he like ends up choking on the
But
easy questions.
the thing is when I said Dolphins, I'm like, okay, he's gonna ask the perfect season, and the first number that popped in my head was 62.
All right, J-Mac, this question comes to you. Who was the first Dolphins quarterback to pass for more than 400 yards in a game?
In a game? Wow, that's a lot.
In a game.
400. I thought you said 1,000.
I'll say it's Marino because I can't imagine anyone doing it before that.
And that is not the correct answer.
Yeah, figures.
Oh, well, the only other quarterback I can think of would be Bob Greasy.
And that is not the correct answer either.
Okay.
The correct answer is David Woodley.
Oh, that was my second guess.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you what year he played. Marino did go for
He threw for 408 yards in a 28-27 loss to the Dallas Cowboys on October 25th, 1981.
Oh, okay.
All right, so Big B, this is an easy. Well, no. I'm stopping. Okay, which
Well,
team?
like the Jacksonville Jaguars, we can't speak about how easy they are.
Which team did the Dolphins beat to claim their first Super Bowl victory?
Oh man.
I'll go with the Vikings.
That is not correct. J-Mac.
I must be lagging a little bit. You guys are freezing.
Ooh. I'm surprised you don't. Huh?
Washington Redskins.
That is the correct answer. Washington Redskins. So 2 for J-Mac, 0 for Big B. Okay. Now, next question comes to J-Mac, the bearded one. What is the largest margin of victory in Dolphins history?
Oh man, I was just reading about this too.
Did Tim Fielder really just say the Panthers?
Cheese and rice. I want to say it was like 51-6.
So that'd be
It's looking for points.
Oh, 45 points.
And that is not the correct answer.
I'll go 55.
Close, but that is not correct. The correct answer is actually 52 points.
Oh, okay.
And on November 12th, 1972, an 8-0 Dolphins team beat the Patriots 52-0.
Wow.
And Tim Fielder says the Panthers are the best team ever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cool. Cool story, bro.
All right. So, Big B, this question's for you. Which Dolphin is the NFL's all-time leader in fumble return touchdowns with 6?
Oof.
Yeah, no kidding. Zach Thomas.
That is not the correct answer.
Jason Taylor.
Oh, that was the other one I was thinking of.
That is correct.
It was one of those two.
It had
John
to be.
Alcorn, I'm giving a shout out to John Alcorn. He's on watching, so I'm going to give a shout out to him and say, hello, how's it going tonight? J-Mac, the bearded one, is currently up 3-0 in trivia. And only 2 running backs last decade for the Dolphins have rushed for over 1,000 yards in a single season. Who are they?
Over the last decade?
Yep. Okay. So we're gonna jump to Nate said the Panthers are 1-8 versus the Broncos. Okay, whatever. Okay. So
nobody cares. Dude.
so
What the hell?
we're gonna go ahead and I believe this is Big B's question. No. I'm sorry.
no.
It's J Mac's bearded question. Okay.
Yeah, J-Max.
All right, J Mac. This question comes to you. Who was the first Miami Dolphin elected to the Hall of Fame? Fear the beard. Fear the beard. Do we know this?
Ooh.
Big B, it sounds like you may know.
Name just popped into my head.
Oh, okay.
Larry Zonka.
That is not the correct answer.
That's good because that's the answer I was going to say. Don Shula.
No, that is not the correct answer. The correct answer is actually Paul Warfield.
Oh, okay.
I've at least
All right.
heard the name. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard it too.
Big B, this question I know you'll get it. Okay. Who was the Dolphins' first 1,000-yard rusher?
God.
Bird. A bird is the word. Well, a bird. A bird is the word. Bird.
God. Who had they had at running back? Everybody.
I know you know this.
Yeah. I know it's wrong. Ricky Williams.
That is not the correct answer. J-Mac.
Mercury Morris.
No, the correct answer, and I'm surprised because somebody just said their name, but it was Larry Zonka.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
God
it was
dang
one of those two. It was one of those two.
Oh.
They were there at the same time. Only two running backs in the last decade to rush for 1,000 yards in a single season. So if I'm going the last decade, I'm gonna say it's what's his ass? That guy that was just there that left. Jay Ajayi would be one.
Oh.
And number two, number two would have been Ronnie Brown, I believe.
Okay. Oh, for the two Dolphins running backs
Mm-hmm.
that you're talking about? Yeah, okay. So, Will, they just said what their answers were, which you said your answers were what?
Jay Ajayi and Ronnie Brown.
And Ronnie
Ajayi
Brown.
and
I
Ronnie
know
Brown
that
might have been a little before that, but
I know
I would say Ricky
I know that Jay Ajayi. Oh,
Reggie
yeah, it was
Bush.
Jay Ajayi and Reggie Bush because I know that Jay Ajayi did it.
Yep.
But, yeah. All right, so now this question is J-Mac, the bearded one. So when it comes, this is yours. Which player holds the franchise record for career receiving yards?
oh,
I
Mark
think
Clayton.
you know it.
Mark Clayton.
No, that is not the correct answer. Big B, you have a chance.
I know.
Got it.
Urban Fryer.
No, the correct answer is actually Mark Duper.
Man, that was the other one. I knew it was one of the Marks. Gosh dang it.
Mark Duper.
I knew I was going to say the wrong one, too.
All right. Big B, this question comes to you. In which season was Dan Marino named the NFL's most valuable player? So which season? So he's talking about what season for him. They're not asking the year. They're talking about in what season and how many seasons did he play before he was named the most
I got it.
I know this one.
You got
I'll
this,
go-
Big B.
I'll go
Huh?
7. 7 years in.
7, that is not the correct answer. J-Mac. I can't. 2 is the correct answer.
1984, he threw for 5,048 yards that year.
Nice.
Led him to their only Super Bowl appearance in his team's
You were
history.
close. It was 5,084 yards.
Well, whatever. I'm dyslexic, so.
All right. So that is now 4 for J-Mac.
Yep, 4-0.
0 for Big B. So Big B, if he gets this one, you get swept.
Oh, just like my twins.
All right. So J-Mac, which player broke Bob Grease's leg during the perfect 1972 season?
I don't think I know this one. Joe Green's the only name that comes to mind.
No, not the correct answer. Big B.
Oh. Yeah, there ain't nobody come to mind. I'll have to pass on this one. Joe
You want
Green
to
would
just
have been.
throw a name out there?
Oh, it worked last week. How about Too Tall Jones?
No, the name, the person that actually did it was Deacon Jones.
Oh, dang it for the Rams. Yep. Deacon Jones for the Rams. Yep.
All right. Big B. This is for you.
All right.
How many losing seasons did the Dolphins have during the 26 years that Don Shula served as head coach?
No, and I've heard this one too. I'll go 1.
1 is not the correct answer. J-Mac.
4.
That is not the correct answer either. The correct answer was 2. 2. All right.
Good run.
yeah.
Good run.
Good run. Good run. Yep. All right. J-Mac. Okay. Who was the architect of the Dolphins' famous no-name defense?
Bum Phillips.
No, not the correct answer. Big B.
I'll say Shula came up with it.
That is not the correct answer either. The correct answer is Bill Armsparger.
Yeah, that was my second guess.
Right? Yep, you had that. You had that. All right, Big B, this question's for you then. All right, so you have a chance. You can go for you can try and end the clean sweep right here. Which Dolphins running back had the highest average per yard carry during his career?
Wow, during a career. Oh God. I'll go Larry Zonka.
That is not the correct answer. J-Mac.
It's gonna be somebody that was there for like a year or two.
Mercury Morris.
That is the correct answer. Mercury Morris is the correct answer. J-Mac with the clean sweep tonight of Big B. 5-0. All right.
Yeah, I want to recount.
So that brings us no, Randy. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the show. That was our final topic for tonight trivia. So now that means that J-Mac is back on top. And Will Polston says, if I was on, I'd be asked who Burrito's fifth string towel boy was.
Fifth string towel boy?
Yeah.
It was Will Polston.
kind of funny when you think about it. It's kind of
Yeah,
funny. But
yeah, we know.
yeah, it is. I know it's funny. All right, so with that, that brings us to the end of the show. Unless Will right now can name who the third string quarterback was with Tom Brady behind Tom Brady. All right, I'm just kidding because he's already been asked that question. All right, so J Mac, you got 30 seconds. You can say a victory speech and then take off the rest of your 30 seconds.
Thanks for the competition, Brandon. You always
yeah.
put up a good fight. I appreciate it. I like doing this with you.
Oh, I
By
did
the
too.
way, we skipped my spotlight player. We ran out of time. It would have been London Fletcher. Look up his career numbers. By the way, they are all comparison to Ray Lewis. He played 200. He started 215 consecutive games at linebacker. Played 256 games in his career. Played 16 years and never missed a game. Zero. He missed 0 games in his career. Both records for linebackers. He had 1,300 career tackles, 39 sacks. The list goes on and on and on, but his numbers are comparable with Ray Lewis. But guess how many Hall of Fame ballots he's been on? 0. And you know why? Because he played in Washington. So,
All right, Big B,
All right.
you got 30 seconds.
Thanks
Take
for
it away.
everybody watching. Thank you, John, for the great comments today. And I just want to say, I think sports and the fans and the reporters all need to get off the old school wagon and unwritten rules because right now there ain't none. The players are going to do what they want when they want, and well deserved, I guess. So let's just get off of it, move on. Sports are for us to enjoy, not for us to criticize and complain about and ruin our whole day about. So
For sure. Okay. And with that, I'm Ace. That's Big B. That is J Mac the Bearded One. And this is Horsey. And we are going to sign off, but let's not forget the guy behind the scene with this, which is Chris. So give a shout out to Chris. Say thank you for being behind the scenes. Thank you very
Christopher
much.
Mabry. Yep.
So thank you very much. So with that, I hope everybody has a fantastic night, and we will see you again. Don't forget tomorrow is Smells Like Hope, so you can see that tomorrow night. So thank you. Have a great night, and we will see you then.